The hardest fighters are the ones that don't want to get knocked out. To knock out, it's like, because you got to take risk with them, and like at the end of it, he's still a puncher. You don't want to overcommit, especially he's very fast.
I committed to myself and my dad that I will be the best version of myself every time I step out there, and I want to present to the people.
Ryan Garcia sharpened his skills by sparring Rolly Romero in the gym ahead of his WBC welterweight title clash with Mario Barrios. The high-intensity session showcased Garcia's speed and timing, while Romero's pressure style tested his composure under fire. The sparring provided valuable preparation for the unique challenges Barrios will present on fight night. Ryan Garcia is putting in serious work ahead of his February 21st showdown with Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title.
That I don't usually do. And so it's hard to fit in exactly what he wants you to fit until later. So like he f***ed up. Because you shouldn't go into a fight like this right off the back off a change. And now I'm on fire. Like, yeah, I had that bad form, but like that still got me in some type of shape to get in for the next one. And now I'm like, damn, let's go.
Session in camp is designed to ensure he enters the ring in peak condition. The intensity of his preparation reflects the magnitude of the opportunity in front of him. Garcia is fully committed to delivering the best version of himself against Mario Barrios. He aims to answer doubts, impose his skills, and demonstrate maturity, making a statement performance that confirms he belongs among the division's serious contenders.
Low, drive, right, which is going to work that serratus muscle. So when Ryan takes his shot, everything is coming through here, and it's also the big boxer muscle. There it is. That's what we do. Damn, only halfway. You already did 100 of them. There you go. Come on. Let's go, nephew. Get it. Woo! Look at that serratus. The next workout is our running machine. This machine works the extension and the flexion. Let's go, without putting all that pressure as if we were outside running. Great work. All right, push it. Come on. Let's go. Good job. Okay, good. There we go. 5 seconds. Come on. 5 seconds.
Fight represents a chance to redefine his career trajectory. Ryan Garcia explained that choosing his father as his trainer reflects his growth and confidence. He said over the years he worked with several respected coaches and absorbed different styles, techniques, and strategies from each of them.
I'm on fire, like, yeah, and just boom. Maybe because there's a little bit more higher and I gotta hit him, like, I don't know. But that's kind of what I've noticed in my lifetime, and every time I've fought a taller person.
The decision to bring his father into the fold is about consolidating those lessons and creating a unified approach. Garcia stated he is unconcerned that his coach is also training Mario Barrios. He believes his preparation, game plan, and personal focus matter more than shared guidance. According to Garcia, once the bell rings, loyalty fades, and performance in the ring will decide everything. The shared trainer dynamic does not worry him. Rolly Romero said Ryan Garcia is extremely fast after sharing sparring rounds with him.
Your dad, and your dad's never been gone. He's been part of your team no matter who's been your head trainer, but he is back as your head trainer for this fight. Walk me through that decision. Why did you decide to go back to your roots and have your dad train you for what is a pretty big fight in your career?
Man, everything that's good in my life is when it's guided by God, my instincts, and not kind of push from anything else, like no outer source, whether it be money, whether it be trying to please somebody, whether it be, any other motive other than myself, God, and my instincts and my heart. So, my instinct, my heart said, you know what, I'm gonna bring back my dad. I feel like I got so much knowledge from all 3 of those coaches, and all displayed in certain things that I may have been missing. And I think I've gotten what I needed out of those trainers. And through my journey of becoming a better fighter, and my dad has been there for the whole ride, so he soaked in all that knowledge, and now we're ready just to be a father-son duo and take.
Noted Garcia's hand speed stood out immediately, making it difficult to react or counter. Romero added that the quickness feels different in person and can surprise opponents once they face him in the ring. The speed is a genuine weapon. During his year away from competition, Garcia admitted he barely stepped into the gym and lost focus on boxing. He said he needed time mentally and emotionally to distance himself from training and the sport altogether.
I think he knows things about you that are going to help Mario Barrios be successful on fight night.
Nah, I don't think so at all. I mean, like I said, I've picked his brain. I'm a very observant person. When I'm around a trainer, I observe everything they do. Their movement, why they say this. I question a lot of things. So if anything, I know what they're doing. And it kind of seems like he's disinterested in this fight. But I think because he's been through a lot of wars, he's taken a lot of punches, you know, that spark is like, damn, I gotta do it again. Like, this like, you know, that's kind of what I've seen in him though.
Well, the reverse, I guess, you sort of touched on it, might be true. Do you think that your knowledge of how a Joe Goosen trains fighters can be useful when you're getting ready for Mario Barrios?
As best as I can, as best as that will be displayed on fight night. I don't think a fighter can change that much stylistically wise. Now, I'm not saying that top form.
For his personal well-being, Ryan Garcia says he is fully determined not only to win the fight, but also to put on an exciting show for fans. He believes boxing is entertainment as much as competition, and he wants people to remember his performance. Garcia promises to fight with aggression, speed, and confidence, aiming for a decisive victory rather than a cautious approach.
And Ryan's fast as shit. Ain't nobody gonna say Ryan's not one of the fastest fighters. And I look way faster at 47, way more explosive, way more durable, way more like agile. You know.
He wants to prove he belongs at the top level and silence critics who doubt him. According to him, this bout is a chance to reintroduce himself after setbacks and remind everyone of his talent. Garcia insists supporters will see a motivated fighter focused on victory while delivering action, drama, and moments that energize the crowd throughout the night.
Assume, you know, during the year off that I actually was in the gym. Now, I was not in the gym at all. I was literally, you know, just not caring about boxing, didn't even think about boxing. And then they gave me 2 months to prepare for a fight, and I had to lose 30 pounds, and it was just a lot of things that you shouldn't do in a camp. And, you know, we definitely learned from our mistake there. And like I told everybody, just like Tom Brady when he misses a pass, it's a good analogy that you got to forget about it and get right back to the next.
Tim Bradley predicts that the Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia fight will not go the distance and is likely to end in a knockout. He explains that both fighters are aggressive, which creates openings for powerful counters. Barrios has solid fundamentals, a strong right hand, and a capable left hook, making him dangerous if Garcia missteps. Conversely, Garcia relies on speed, power, and his signature left hook, but his style leaves him vulnerable with hands low and his chin exposed, especially when stepping back.
He's gonna bring his best game, I'll bring my best game, and we'll see what happens.
How do you feel it's gonna be like without a crowd?
It's gonna ass. Even when I knock him out or hurt him, it's not gonna be as fun, but that's why I said I'm just gonna get this victory, dominate him. I only fight for other people, I don't care about myself. My ego's out of this game. I'm all about winning and entertaining everybody, so it sucks. But we'll figure it out.
Most emphasizes that a knockout could happen either way. Garcia might catch Barrios coming in, exploiting Barrios' tendency to swell and take damage easily, or Barrios could land a decisive punch as Garcia moves in or exits after his rapid combinations. Ultimately, the fight is expected to be explosive with both fighters risking exposure to land the decisive blow, making a KO the most likely outcome rather than a drawn-out contest. Tim believes the left hook is one of the most dangerous weapons against Ryan Garcia because of the way his defensive habits leave him exposed. While Garcia is exceptionally fast and has a powerful left hook of his own, his tendency to stand tall with his chin high and hands often low creates openings for skilled opponents.
Fundamentals, I think that Barrios is better, in every department, to be honest with you, besides the speed and the power, that area. But Barrios does have some pop on his shots, and he has some counterpunching ability where I think he can hurt Ryan Garcia. Do I see this fight going a distance? I don't think this fight's going to go to distance. I think there's going to be a knockout in this fight. It's either going to be either Ryan Garcia catching him as he's coming in, or vice versa. You're going to have Barrios catching Ryan Garcia as he comes in, or even if he exits, with a right hand or something like that. Man, I see Ryan having a hard time with just, again, the IQ of Barrios. Say whatever you want to say about him. You know, Barrios is tough, he's gritty, he's solid.
Historically, fighters who know how to throw a precise left hook have been able to exploit these weaknesses, landing clean, damaging shots. The host points out that this is a pattern seen not just in Garcia's fights, but in other notable boxers like Oscar de la Hoya, who could land left hooks effectively while being vulnerable to them in return. Barrios, with solid counter-punching skills and a strong right hand, can combine his offense with well-timed left hooks to capitalize on Garcia's aggressive in-and-out style.
Garcia is, you never want to hook with a hooker, but you know, as I follow the evolution of him and his craft, you know, it seems the left hook gets in there, man. He can get buzzed by the left hook. Barrios isn't a bad puncher. He's a pretty good, solid puncher, but the left hook is dangerous to punch with Ryan Garcia with the left hook. However, I've seen Haney do it. You know, I don't know, for some apparent reason, guys that know how to throw that left hook, they sucker for left hooks themselves. I remember De La Hoya being a sucker for the left hook as well. You know, they're really good at landing their left hook, but shit, they don't do well with taking one in return. But the punch for Barrios is the right hand, and he will have opportunities to land it on Ryan Garcia, because Ryan, he shoots his jab and he brings his hand back low, and then he stands up tall as well, so he's always having his, you know, chin, you know, straight up in the
Left hook, a strategic weapon that could play a critical role in determining the fight's outcome, potentially leading to a knockout if timed correctly. However, Ryan Garcia's trainer and father, Henry Garcia, admitted that during the Devin Haney fight camp, Garcia wasn't fully focused and let distractions interfere with his preparation. This time, however, the camp has been much sharper and more professional, with Garcia showing renewed discipline and commitment. The trainer highlighted that fans can expect a leaner frame, improved stamina, and more explosive power on fight night. He also noted that moving down to 147 pounds from 140 shouldn't be a problem, especially without harsh rehydration rules complicating the process. Overall, the message from Garcia's team is clear: he is back in top form, fully dedicated and ready to perform at his very best. The renewed focus and professional mindset suggests that this version of Garcia could be more efficient, harder to hit, and more dangerous in the ring, making him a serious threat to any opponent he faces.
7 is not too far off from 140. So there's a strong possibility without rehydration calls, we could probably drop down to 140 with no problem.
And make the fight happen at 40 instead.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then you guys can rehydrate whatever you guys want from there.
I mean, you know, listen, this is another thing that I've been seeing, and this is kind of interesting, is that, yeah, you got to rehydrate, of course, absolutely. Now, how far you can rehydrate, I would love to be over 7-8 pounds. Some go 10, some go 12, some even go 15, you know, but they do rehydrate. But when you're in shape, in total fitness, I think the most you could hydrate is 7 or 8 pounds.
Rolly Romero said that even after sparring with Ryan Garcia, he isn't completely sure which version of Garcia will show up on fight night. Romero acknowledged that in the gym, Garcia's speed and athleticism are undeniable, but he also stressed that performances in sparring don't always translate to the actual fight. According to Romero, how Garcia approaches the bout mentally will be a major factor in the outcome. He explained that a fighter's mindset can completely change how they perform once the bell rings. Romero.
What are we expecting from Ryan and Barrios? You know, you beat Ryan recently. Dan was very outspoken about how he looked bad in that fight. What kind of Ryan do we expect coming into that fight versus Mario Barrios?
I don't know. What are you guys all expecting?
You know, there's something that keeps on saying, and I kind of agree to it, that we're uncertain what kind of Ryan we're going to get, right? Like what kind of, how's he going to see him come into the fight? Conor Ben said that. I've said that we don't know what to expect, what kind of Ryan. If we get a Ryan, obviously focused, and training, he could be a good fight versus Barrios. So what do you think?
I don't know what I think. You know, like I said.
Gotta give me something, Rolly.
I tell you, for all we know, he might still have PTSD from me.
Think so?
Yeah.
Would you come out on a stream with him? Because now he's streaming. Would you be on a stream with Ryan?
Oh, sounds like the bank account's running dry.
Romero believes Garcia has all the physical tools, but the result will depend on how Garcia handles pressure, stays composed, and executes his game plan. Romero respects Garcia's talent, but pointed out that unpredictable mental states can make any tough matchup even more uncertain. Mario Barrios has faced a legend in Manny Pacquiao and now prepares for Ryan Garcia, and he sees clear differences between them. He describes Pacquiao as a highly experienced veteran whose timing, ring IQ, and durability forced him to adjust during their fight constantly.
I think is this man, Manny Pacquiao, we're going to talk about him just for a little bit, who Ryan Garcia has said is a hero of his, and you're going to face Ryan Garcia. So you're going back to back. But Manny Pacquiao being over the hill, quote unquote, he still had that game. He still had the speed and reflexes. He still had the IQ and certain things that, like you said, it's different when you're in there, huh? Kind of threw you off a bit.
Yeah.
So, with Ryan Garcia, you can match him physically. The guy is a tall guy, all right? The guy's a strong guy, so are you. Knockout power, you got the length, all those things. But his speed, how are you going to deal with that speed without giving too much away? I don't want you to give too much away. But how are you going to deal with that speed when you guys fight?
Timing always beats speed. And boxing IQ also. And I think going into this fight, I know I'm the better fighter. I know on a boxing level, I'm not saying that Ryan isn't good. You know, like he's good at what he does. He's very explosive. But I just know I'm the better fighter. I just know what I'm better at in this fight, and I'm gonna show that on the...
Sharing the ring with Pacquiao felt like high-speed chess because of the Filipino star's knowledge and composure. When discussing Garcia, Barrios views him as a different challenge. Younger, explosive, and dangerous with speed and power. He believes Garcia earned his opportunity and must be taken seriously, but the matchup relies more on athleticism than veteran craft. Mario Barrios explained that he and Ryan Garcia share a similar experience. Both fought Gervonta Tank Davis under a rehydration clause. Barrios said once a fighter signs the contract, he accepts the conditions and shouldn't make excuses afterward. He revealed he was already planning to move up to welterweight when the Tank opportunity came, but he couldn't turn down such a major fight.
And we didn't know how much you guys had this in common until you just tweeted it or X'd it. What do they call it now? But you guys, both of you fought Tank.
Yeah.
And everybody was raving about and talking about the rehydration clause that was put on Ryan. And then you just came out very simply. That happened to me too. Talk about that. How much does that affect you? And when you saw Ryan out there, did you kind of feel his pain? Like, hey, listen, man, I know that was hard to do.
Yeah.
How much does that affect? Or you're like a no excuses, it didn't affect me at all type.
Yeah. You sign the contract, you know what you're signing up for. You know, so I'm not gonna sit here and about it because it didn't go my way. When I accepted the fight with Tank, I was already planning on moving up to welterweight. But of course, you know, that fight was presented, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna pass up the opportunity.
Right.
And I knew on the boxing level with Tank, like I've been boxing just as long as you know he had. So I knew on a boxing level with him, like
he could compete with Davis on skill and experience, and he felt the bout was a competitive chess match, especially early on. However, making the contracted weight was extremely difficult, admitting the cut was tough. After the weigh-in, he tried to rehydrate as best as possible within the clause restrictions. He acknowledged the challenge and understood what Garcia likely went through, but still maintains accountability, emphasizing professionalism and responsibility over complaints. Do you think Ryan Garcia's renewed focus will make all the difference? Share your predictions and opinions in the comments. The question continues to divide opinion, with some believing that his improved discipline will lead to victory and others remaining skeptical based on past inconsistencies. Your perspective matters in this ongoing debate.